As dawn breaks on a cold December morning in 2024, I find myself en route to Mauritius, and the glossy in-house movie is featuring all the highlights and joys of Mauritius. All this, along with approximately 1.2 million inhabitants, is crammed into this tiny island, only 65 by 45 kilometers. Despite this charming island's charms, I'm not stopping. I'm heading off to join the Hebridean Sky, a small ship en route to Madagascar. But our first stop will be on the small island of Reunion, that has an active volcano that last erupted as recently as 2022. Along with a company of just 96 like-minded explorers, we start our adventures high up in the mountain. I am pleased to say that these photographs are from 2 years ago, not the current situation. After approximately 300 sea miles, land eventually comes into sight. Madagascar is on the horizon. It's a welcoming sight to see our pilot coming aboard. Although a little bit choppy, our crossing had been quite comfortable. And a reception committee awaits our arrival, celebrated Madagascar style. We next meet up with our guide, who shows us the weird and wonderful sights of Madagascar. From beautiful flowers to tiny frogs and chameleons that change colour in front of your eyes. A guide explains that the locals don't trust banks. They save their money by buying zebus, which are currency here.
About the lanes, people get money when the crisis comes. They buy a zebu, which means like a bank. Yeah. People here, they don't trust the bank. They put the money in the zebu. One zebu around $300 or $400.
Life here is very hard. Even the ships have to be unloaded by hand. Everywhere we go, the lemurs are the stars of the show. You sometimes wonder, are you watching them or are they watching you? As I spent Christmas on board, there was no escaping the festivities. Another feature of Madagascar are the bizarre baobab trees. These strange-looking plants were once said to have been planted upside down. Apparently, these large examples are approximately 800 years old. So I needn't hurry back to see the sapling I just planted come to maturity. Passing through a local town, you can see the main mode of transport is the bicycle rickshaw. Apparently the cash point contains a dodgy little man who will change your money for an exorbitant rate. They may be poor, but their children are always clean, happy and healthy. But some of the country roads leave much to be desired. This industrious lady made beautiful artwork with nothing more than coloured sand and second-hand glass bottles. There seem to be more lizards and lemurs everywhere you go. Moving on, we see more handicraft, with ladies weaving baskets and spinning silk. In a more sophisticated, larger town, they have the luxury of mechanized tuk-tuks, or the road conditions are no better. The sailing dhows are picturesque, but everyone wants to get a shot at the same time. This unspoilt paradise is also home to large spiders, tree lizards and snakes, which are small and harmless. Plus more chameleon. There is also a critter called the leaf lizard, which is very difficult to see. It's interesting to see the vines twisted clockwise as we're in the southern hemisphere. Much of our time was spent zipping round in zodiacs, which are ideal for watching seabirds. And yet more chameleon. If you could bear with me, I'd just like to run a short 2-minute slideshow of some of my favourite photos.